This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Verdon. We've got a great slate of games on the ice tonight. But let's start with that all-Canadian tilt between the Oilers and Sens. In what's been an up-and-down season for Edmonton, they entered tonight off back-to-back losses, as this Eastern Canada road trip has seen them take L's in Toronto, and they were also shut out in Montreal last night. Now, despite going pointless in that loss to the Habs, Connor McDavid's actually been on fire these last 5 games, scoring 4 times with 11 points. But we're now about a quarter of the way into the season, and the Oilers are not in a playoff spot, as they're sitting on 20 points tied with Colorado, who has that final wildcard spot. But of course, it's still early, and I'm definitely assuming that the Oilers are getting in. But let's stick with the standings here, though, because this is supposed to be the year that Ottawa snapped its playoff drought. But it's not looking too good for the Sens right now either. However, they do have games in hand and all the teams ahead of them. But like Edmonton, they're coming into tonight off back-to-back losses. It's tough because now both these teams are in the same position. My instinct tells me to bet on Edmonton, which means that Ottawa's gonna win. But there's also an interesting storyline in this game for those across the pond, as it's a matchup of the 2 best Germans in the NHL. On the season, Leon Draisaitl has the edge with 24 points, but Tim Stützle is right behind him with 21 points and is on pace for a career year. And while he's a ways away in catching him, for most points ever by a German-born player, Stützle is climbing that list fast, as he's now 6th all-time, and he's just 13 points behind German legend Uwe Krupp. And you know, when it's all said and done, these will arguably be the 2 best German players ever. And those of you in the Sens region can watch the Oilers and Sens tonight on TSN. Catch me at the 7 Eastern, 8 Atlantic. Sticking on the ice, where all eyes are on Alex Ovechkin and his surging pursuit of Wayne Gretzky's goal record of .894. After scoring a hat-trick Sunday against Vegas, he scored twice last night against Utah and is now just 27 goals away from breaking Wayne's record, which is so freaking cool that we get to be fans in this time and actually see this happen. It wasn't all good times last night though, as he did leave the game with a leg injury after a collision with Jack McBain. Ovi will have further evaluation with team physicians tomorrow, but for now he's listed as week to week. But despite that potential setback, Ovi continues to chase history and NHL records. And here's a fun one. His 2 goals on Connor Ingram last night marked the 178th different goaltender he scored on, which tied him for the league record with Jaromir Jagr. Stats like these are what contributes to Ovi's greatness, because he literally scores on everybody. I swear to God.
I swear to God!
Plenty of critics felt that if Ovi was going to break 99's record, it wasn't going to be until next season. He began this year with 853 career goals, meaning he would need 41 goals to pass Gretzky's mark. And after scoring only 31 last year, his lowest total in an 82-game season since 2016-2017, it wasn't crazy to wonder if his goal-scoring days might be behind him. Clearly they aren't. He scored 15 in the first 18 games of the season, and he is now the sole goals leader in the NHL. At 39 years old, I might add. Shout out to the elder millennials, all right? We're still cooking. We're still cooking. And let's keep the elder millennial love going, because with those 2 goals last night, he became the first player aged 39 or older in NHL history to lead the league in goals. Now, before the injury, he was on pace to overtake the all-time record in 38 games, which would mean it would happen on February 9th. We are very much hoping this injury isn't too serious and he gets back on the ice soon. We want to see him break this record, and fast. Time now for my favorite segment and yours, Why We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
And in 15 years, when this jockey leads a horse to a Kentucky Derby win, you'll remember this video right here. Unless, of course, he has a growth spurt and doesn't remain this size forever, which is very possible. Honestly, this would be a good thigh workout. I should get on this. Also, no, his legs are already looking long. I don't think he's going to be jockey status. Just putting that out there. It's Tuesday, Tuesday, Tuesday. Also known as the day our cold streak officially comes to an end when we pick an anytime goal scorer. Now the script says hopefully, but I'm saying officially because that's how confident I am. And to our loyal audience who bets with me each Tuesday, all I can say is sorry. And you know what? I'm going to take ownership of this completely. Like, it is my fault, because every single bet that I've placed for the last month, I would say, has lost. So I'm going to do you a favor on this one and not bet it so you can win. Now, the Winnipeg Jets have looked like the best team in hockey for much of the season, but for the first time this year, they're coming in off back-to-back losses, and they're once again taking on Florida tonight in what could be a Stanley Cup preview. And it was ugly Saturday as they got smashed 5-0. So let's bet on a bounce back tonight, and that's Kyle Connor to score at plus 150 on FanDuel. In his career, Kyle loves playing the Panthers, as he has 7 goals, 6 assists in 12 career games. so giving you more than a point a game. His 0.58 goals per game in his career versus Florida ranks 5th highest against any opponent. So we're rolling with Kyle Connor, and please, hockey gods, give us a win. I'm not gonna bet Iceland. Those of you in the Jets region can watch tonight's game on TSN. Coverage begins at 6:30 Central. That's it for me today. We'll see you picking them off 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Have a good one.